Alright, hello everyone. This is Soul Horizons Tarot. I am doing a reading for the sign, a love reading for the sign of Aries. This is part 2, extended version. If you are coming from part 1, where I did the short, this will be the longer version. Yeah, let me know in the comments if this resonates for you. Like, share, subscribe. Any and all support I appreciate, whether you're here for the full reading or only a few minutes. Either way, I really appreciate you spending the time here with me. So yeah, we're going to get started into this. This is, I need to cancel that. This is the longer reading, so we need to get started. What else? Yeah, all my details for private readings and where you can find me on social media is in the detail box. Excuse me. So we're looking at you and your person, whether you are currently connected with this person, whether you were in the past, whether you want to be, whoever you're here regarding your person, whoever that may be. This is who that's for. So we're going to start off looking at, I'm going to move that guy over there and move this out of the way. Oh shoot, no. So we can look at your current energy situation. So right now you're sitting in the Five of Cups. We're going to clarify that, but first I want to get a couple more cards out. Tell me more about Aries' current energy situation. This is more singular. What is Aries' current energy situation? Oh, and keep in mind this is a collective reading, so it will not apply to everyone. If it does not resonate, do not force it to fit your story or your situation. Okay, yeah. Some of you are dealing with possibly a heavy financial loss. It could be a home situation. Some of you are mourning something, grieving something that was lost, but you're still in that process. You're still in that energy. It could, be attached to fear of neglect, abandonment, rejection, or it could be because of that. Now, whether that's attached to this person here or not, I'm not sure. We will clarify. But so far, you're sitting in a pretty heavy energy. Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. Some of you could have lost a home, or something about a home situation is painful to you. Usually the Five of Cups is something that's already happened. But it doesn't mean that you're not still, mourning it. It can talk about guilt, shame, or remorse over something that's been done to you or that you have done. But the Five of Pentacles can talk about struggle, hardship, especially financially, but does not have to be. Tell me one more with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. And fives are about struggle and hardship as well, challenges. Tell me one more with the Five of Cups and Pentacles, please. Okay, the Ace of Cups. It could be that some of you are mourning the loss of a connection here. And the Ace of Loves is a potential new start. And love. Some of you may feel like you owe an apology, or you are owed an apology. I definitely feel like this is something to do with the past, because we go 5 and the Ace of Cups would make 6 of Cups. Let me look. Tell me about that Five of Pentacles. What's that Five of Pentacles about for Aries' current energy situation? Some of you could be afraid of starting over, starting new, starting fresh, especially in love. The Nine of Cups came out, so you're grieving the loss of something that was a wish at one point that would have brought you emotional contentment. There was a hope, a desire here to achieve something. You feel like you were locked out. It could be about rejection, but it feels more like it's trying. Something was kept from you, or the door was closed on you on an opportunity possibly that you had a lot of hope for. Or something that once brought you a lot of joy has now brought you pain. Tell me, what is this Ace of Cups about? It's like you want, maybe some of you want a truce or harmony to be restored, but at the same time this hurt you bad enough that you're in this Four of Pentacles down here. So this could be towards this person. Maybe you felt like they shut you out and they can't be trusted, or that you lost something in the pursuit of this potential start in love. It doesn't have to be love. It can be a creative project or something like that. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. What does that represent? Tell me about the Ace of Cups. What does that represent for Aries' current energy situation? What does the Ace of Cups represent for Aries and their current energy? Okay. The Queen of Wands. So that's you. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sag. It's like you were depleted in some way. You were brought low. You had the Nine of Cups, and it was reduced to the 5 down to the 1. Okay, so you've regressed. At least that's your perspective of it. There is still a desire to extend this cup, to open your heart, to be receptive, to extend this to others, or possibly this person, or just in general. But at the same time, you took a heavy loss, whatever this was, whether it was a relationship, a job, a home, a wish, a desire. There is rejection tied to this, and with the moon over here, I wonder if this isn't like a repetitive cycle that you feel that you've been dealt, and it's just enough to make you want to reduce yourself back to, feeling that you can't or you shouldn't feel this Nine of Cups, or that you're never going to get it. Again, the Nine of Cups is about emotional contentment, something that brings you pleasure, something that makes you, if not the Ten of Cups, it's not complete emotional fulfillment, but it's a place where you feel comfortable, you feel safe, and you take pleasure in it. Now, this is called the Wish Fulfillment card. It's not quite the Star, but it's like the minor arcana to the Star. The easiest way to say this is that you've been depleted. You feel like you've been cheated out and you've depleted yourself, or you've been forced into a position where you could only serve up so much of yourself, because otherwise you face imminent disappointment. And I feel like that's probably why you're in this Four of Pentacles down here. You were crushed by someone or something or a situation. You feel, at the least, you feel a lot of disappointment. At the worst, you feel completely diminished. Back down from the 9, back down to the 1. The Ace. Which in life, 10 of Cups is it's the fulfillment. It's the desired outcome. Okay, so let's move on to how do you feel about this person? We have Gemini here, we have Cancer, Pisces, we have Leo shows up twice. Tell me about how Aries feels towards this person with the 6, the 6, okay. The King of Cups came out. So you do feel guarded towards this person a little bit. It's like a cautious optimism. Because the King of Cups, you know, any of the kings or queens, you usually have to earn their trust, their respect, their love. With the King of Cups, this would be his love. I say he, it doesn't you don't have to be a he, but you're coming off a little bit more masculine here. You're more assertive, you're more dominant, your feelings are, so you may be more, like I said, cautious about extending your love or expressing yourself, your emotions, your feelings, or your heart. Your feelings towards this person, there is love here. There is a spiritual connection, especially because we do have the Cups here, and also because the Lovers is a spiritual, mental, physical connection. It is a connection that meets all of those standards. So you do feel spiritually connected, tied to this person. You, Gemini here, and then Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Specifically Scorpio does not have to be. Tell me one more with the King of Cups and the Lovers for how Aries feels towards this person. Tell me one more with the King of Cups and the Lovers for how Aries feels towards this person. Testing the waters. I don't know. This is what I thought when I looked at him, because the way he's like placing his hand inside this bowl, it's almost like he's testing it to see if it's warm enough. Tell me about one more with the King of Cups and the Lovers, please, for Aries' feelings towards this person. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles here makes me feel like this is something worth investing in. But it doesn't mean that you still don't hold reservations about it. Because of this energy that I'm getting from this King here. It's like, just because I see that you're worth it and I feel like you're worth it, it doesn't mean that I'm not still scared. I'm not still worried. I'm not still fearful. I think because you feel this way about this person, you would dedicate yourself. You would be loyal to the connection, and you would do what needed to be done to make it work. you would direct your energy in a way that builds something meaningful. But again, I get, like, because of what you're going through up here, I feel like you still, and also like this Eight of Swords that came up, and potentially that Four of Cups, it's like, for all the world I see in you, I have to know that I'm doing this for a good reason. You have to give me a reason to make myself vulnerable. It's very, very strong that there's something about proving here. None of that is a traditional, but it's just the energy I'm getting from these. You do want to create something with this. You want to make something more than just ideal, an idealistic outcome, like what could possibly, you want to make it a possibility. But at the same time, with that King of Cups, it feels like it's just like, make me feel safe enough to do it. Because I don't feel safe right now. And maybe, again, maybe they're not attributed to what you're dealing with up here. Maybe they have nothing to do with what's going on in your current. But because of this. Alright, so let's move on. What are your thoughts or feelings about the current situation? Okay. Empress. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Your feelings are that the value that you bring, what you bring to the table, only the most deserving. And you're not going to extend that Eight of Pentacles kind of focus and determination unless you know it's safe to do so. The Empress is, she knows her worth, she knows her value, and therefore her standards are held high. With the Four of Pentacles here, you don't feel, not that you don't see this person as worthy, but you don't feel like they've shown you yet that this would be reciprocated. Okay, so that's also Taurus Libra energy there. Let's look at one more. Some of you may have children as well. Children may be a factor, and that may be part of the reason. Maybe pregnancy in general, like the idea of pregnancy. Maybe some of you don't want to be pregnant, or maybe you only want to be pregnant with the right person. You only want to be a mother to the right person. A mother with the right person, a wife to the right person. But some of you may already have children, and so part of your reservations are in that, like, I have to provide my children, I don't want to have to provide for another, and I don't want to take that away from them. I want to be stable for them, with them, and I'm not going to take away from that either. I say that because, she looks pregnant here. So and she is the wife and or mother card, mother especially. Some of you, a mother may be involved. Possibly their mother. That's a very small side story. Some of you may not want to deal with a mother influence. But the main energy I get here is that yes, you are protecting your time, your energy, your resources based on your values, the values you hold to yourself, the standards you hold for yourself. Nobody is going to just, Nobody is entitled to my time, my energy, my love. You have to earn it. Okay, so I'm not taking that because I was distracted. The Five of Cups though, same card here. Based on that Five of Cups, this is why you're doing it, because you've been hurt in the past, you've been let down in the past. Tell me about one more with the Empress and the Four of Pentacles. Some of you may feel like this other person is holding back from you as well. And so, again, you're reflecting that because you don't think they're being open. You may be also withdrawn, closed off, guarded. One more with the Empress and Four of Pentacles for Aries' thoughts and or feelings about the current situation between Aries and this person, between them. One more with the Empress and the Four of Pentacles, please. One more with the Empress and the Four of Pentacles. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Some of you may be building something for yourself as well, and so you're not going to get distracted, again, unless it's worth it. Strength. Leo energy, same one is up here. Huh. Okay, this is going to sound kind of weird, but it just popped in my head. In order for me to submit or be submissive, you have to come as both a lion and a lamb. You have to show me that you are going to be strong, but you know also how to be weak, or not weak. Gentle. Basically a good balance between masculine and feminine. Strong, but vulnerable, because in being vulnerable, that shows strength. It shows true strength. Humbling yourself shows strength. Honoring yourself shows strength. I feel like there's qualities that you're looking for in a person that would is that the right word? Exemplify your own? You don't want anybody that's going to make you feel like you always have to be the strong one, or that you always have to, control the situation. Like, I've seen posts and I'm going to probably, brutally misrepresent how they were said, but it's like, in order to have a woman, I'm not saying you're a woman, maybe you're a man, but in order for me to be vulnerable or submissive to you, you have to show me the same. Again, it comes down to feeling safe enough to let your guard down, to show your belly. I will come in as this, but I can show you that I can also be submissive. I can also be vulnerable. I can also be, I can also show you my weaknesses. But if you don't make me feel safe, I'm always going to hold a little part of myself away from you, or even a large part of myself away from you. You see it as a strength to withhold. In this particular situation between the two of you, you are showing more masculine strength. You are reserving your feminine side. Whether you're male or female, you are reserving that vulnerable, nurturing, loving side of yourself and showing this because you do not yet feel safe. Okay, so let's move on to, should have enough room if I scoot these way over, hopefully. It'll be a little cramped, but usually is. Alright, so, yeah, this one. Wait a minute, I'm a dummy. That moves over, this moves this way. Alright, there we go. Alright, so their current energy situation, like I said in the part 1, it's kind of hard to tell. Maintaining a proper flow, a proper balance in what, I'm not sure yet. Harmonizing things, reciprocating, maybe some of them are doing volunteer work. I'm not going to take that yet because I'm distracted talking. Let me get some water real quick. Hey. So your person's current energy situation with the Six of Pentacles. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles, please, for your Aries person's current energy situation. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles for their Aries person's current situation, energy, and or energy. What's their current situation and energy with the Six of Pentacles, please? What is that with the Six of Pentacles? One, two, three. Okay, in the first part I said there may be distance involved. This could definitely represent that they're going through some changes, and in so doing, whether they're moving, whether they're embarking in a new direction, they're going through their own kind of transformative thing. With the Six of Swords, this talks about, walking away or leaving, or choosing a different path based on, there's drama, there's chaos, there's turbulence or tumult, something that's, uncomfortable about where they've been versus where they want to go. They want to go towards peace. They want to go towards harmony. Have a lot of sixes showing up for them. 6, 6, 3, 3, which makes 6. So they're striving for peace, harmony, stability. Again, some of them may be traveling or have traveled in order to find that. Some of them are still in search or seek mode. Some of them are looking for something that brings them peace, a sense of stability, a sense of reciprocity, a sense of balance. Some of them may be looking for a better job, and where their efforts reflect what they get out of it, better pay, better position, their qualifications. They're unhappy with where they are based on their qualifications, their experience. Some of them may be trying to find a better suited position. It could be like home situation as well, but it does look like they're seeking that out. Tell me one more with the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles for Aries person's current energy situation. Tell me one more with the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. tell me more about the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, please, for the current energy situation of Aries person. One more. One. Two. Three. Magician. That is Gemini, also Virgo energy, mainly Gemini. They're trying to create something here that would bring about a sense of balance, peace, or harmony. They're using everything at their disposal, or they have everything at their disposal to create this, but they're still seeking it out. Again, like I said, some of them may be traveling, moving. It does not have to be physical travel or movement. It could be more so mentally. But with the Magician here, this shows like actively, like they're either trying to manifest this or they're actively trying to create, attempting to manifest or will it into reality, into action, into being. Some of them very well may be trying to leave a manipulative situation. The Magician can sometimes be the master manipulator. But they're like moving towards that, so I feel like that's what they're trying to create for themselves here. Proper flow here. So we're going to move on to how they feel about you. Some of them, this is a message that may resonate for some of you. Some of them may feel that in order to restore balance, they needed to move away. They needed to walk away from the situation between the two of you. Maybe it was to give you time or peace or, to reflect, to heal. Maybe they felt that it was a little bit too much drama, or your issues couldn't be fixed with them being around, so they gave you space. That could apply to some of you. Tell me about their feelings towards Aries with the Three of Cups. How do they feel towards Aries? How do they feel about Aries with that Three of Cups, please? What are their feelings towards or about Aries? How do they feel about Aries? There we go. How do they feel about Aries with the Three of Cups, please? How does this person feel about Aries? Okay. That's the same damn card that came out, but it was this one. Right? Or maybe, no, that was with the Ten of Cups. Or the sun. That came out with the sun. But they see happiness with you. Some of them are legitimately in love with you. It may have started out as a friendship. Some of you, this could be a same-sex couple. It does not have to be. But it could have started out as a friendship that grew into more, and now they still feel as if you are their best friend or a good friend. They have a lot of love for you. And if they are distant from you, they do miss you. There's something about being close to you that brings them happiness. Like physical touch, embracing, holding hands or hugging, or just being near you that makes them happy. For some of you, there could have been a third-party influence, and that doesn't necessarily mean that there was a person in between you. It could just mean like work came in between you, hobbies, their social life or your social life, or it could even be that the distance is the issue here. but they see happiness with you. That's really, really good energy here between the two of you for how you feel towards one another. One more with the 10 and the, okay, the High Priestess. Yeah, some of them know deep down intuitively that you are their person. It could be that they don't talk about it, they don't express it. Some of them may hold it in because this can talk about secrets and, you know, not exposing everything, not speaking about it, mysteries. But intuitively, like I said, subconsciously, consciously, it doesn't matter. they know that they know how they feel about you, and they know that you mean a great deal to them, that they love you. But again, for some of them, they may have kept quiet, kept silent about it. It's interesting. I just noticed she has this key in her hand, and up here in this card, which is a different deck entirely, there's a key here. Something about what they withheld, and it could be their feelings towards you. If you had known about their feelings, if you had known, it would have unlocked something for you. Perhaps because they never expressed it, or something about this they never expressed, or like truly just like made clear. They left a mystery there. It made you feel rejected. Tell me about this High Priestess. Ooh, for some of you there was a third party. Like an outside influence. Oh no. It doesn't change that they loved you, but for some, like, that is just bizarre. Those two came out together. For some of you, they held something from you. They were attached to someone. They had a prior commitment. They were in a commitment, or they had feelings for someone else, and they kept that. Some of you, it could have just been like they kept it like you guys were just friends, but there was a fear there of disclosing that they did love you, so they kept it, it's not superficial, but they kept it, what's that freaking word? They kept it at a friendship. I can't think of the word. Wow. For some of you, yeah, there was something interfering, or someone interfering here. Tell me about this High Priestess. Judgment. 6 of Pentacles. They couldn't give to you. It wasn't the right time. Or they knew that they couldn't give you what you needed at the time when you needed it. You were asking too much, or they could give too little. It wouldn't have been balanced. At least that's... Alright, so I'm going to stop. The Empress. Yeah, they could have very well been married, or had... You have the Empress on your end though too, so I can read that more so that they felt that you were their Empress, but they also could have had somebody that they were committed to. However, with the Empress showing up on both sides, I do feel like they may have come to the realization that you are their person, or that they have a deep connection with you. Alright, so moving on. Tell me about how they feel, think or feel about the current situation. How does this person think or feel? Okay. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups and the Three of Wands can talk about not knowing how to move forward, unsure, uncertain, confused about how. Like earlier it came out with Temperance, which told me that the Three of Wands was correct, which was I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to give you the time or the space to heal, or I'm willing, you're worth waiting for, or this is worth waiting for. With these cards, I get the energy of like they desire to take action, but they are waiting, and it's based on the Seven of Cups, whether that's their own misgivings, their own confusion, their own... Okay. Let me go ahead and stop this. You won't know the difference, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alright, we're going to have to speed it up quite a bit because it's already at 24%. We're going to have to speed it up a lot. So, confusion, uncertainty, on how to move this, or how long to wait, how much time do I give you, how long should I wait, should I act, should I wait? But there is still a strong desire there. It's not like I've moved on kind of energy. The Knight of Wands just came out. They want to take action towards you, but they don't know the right timing. Tell me about that Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think they might be that Eight of Swords here. Unsure, uncertain, thinking too much, over analyzing how to act towards you, how to move towards you. All right. They want to, though. We've got Three Wands here. But we also have the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, specifically Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag, specifically Sag. Does not have to be. They have strong desire here to move, to act, to chase, to be proactive here and initiate. But we do have some cards here that suggest they're not sure how or if they should. Alright, so we're going to move on. There's a lot of passion. Why is that there? There's a lot of passion and desire here. They do want to embark, though. They have kind of a drifting energy, like they're drifting, seeking, searching. You very well may be attached or dealing with a Sagittarius. For some of you. Does not have to be, though, of course. You've got a lot of strong Leo as well. I'm going to leave all the original cards up. And let me put that on 38. Start. I'm going to look at the situation between the two of you, the strengths and the weaknesses, potential weaknesses, challenges. Really? Okay. So we'll move those way over. Alright. No, what am I doing? Wasting time, apparently. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got them all mixed up. Okay, no, these are the energy between the two of you, strengths and weaknesses. Alright, so let's look at, be OCD about everything and still messing up. Okay, Current energy situation between of you. I said in the first part, you may be dealing with somebody who's incarcerated. You may yourself be dealing with that, but otherwise this is being stuck in your head, overanalyzing, thinking too negatively, critically. Analysis paralysis. I've heard somebody call it before. Can't remember what reader I've heard. But yeah, this is being stuck in your head, feeling trapped, feeling bound. But it is a self-imposed prison here. It's you sabotaging yourself by thinking too much, or thinking too negatively. When in reality, you're not as stuck as you think you are. Tell me about the Eight of Swords for the current energy situation between these two. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, someone is definitely overthinking this. Their mind is that they don't want to get hurt, or they don't want to hurt anyone. They want to be fair as possible. They think they're telling themselves the truth. They think they're being as realistic as possible. But with the Eight of Swords, that shows that there are things that you're not seeing, that you're not looking at, that you're not taking into consideration. Tell me one more with the Queen of Swords, Queen and Eight of Swords for the current energy. There may be no communication at this time, or very little. Just because of that Eight of Swords can talk about blocked communication, or an inability to express or properly communicate. The Queen of Swords can cut people off when she feels slighted or distrusts the other person. Tell me about the Queen and Eight of Swords. Tell me about the Queen and Eight of Swords. Oh, that's too many. No, it's not. Okay, you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sag. But this could be you. But it looks like one party versus the other party. This person is coming in with a truth, or they have clarity over a situation, but this person is, like I said, overthinking things. It's like this person's trying to show the Queen of Swords, like, look, I have the answer, I have the closure, I have the clarity that you need. Whether or not they're actually saying it, maybe it was a truth that was expressed that left the other person feeling, or it was just an internal truth that they never shared with the other person. I kind of feel like this is on your end, this is on their end. Like they're the King of Wands here and you're the Queen of Swords, and that makes sense to me based on the energy of both sides. They have a truth that could clear the whole situation up if they would verbalize it. And yet you're still stuck in this Eight of Swords energy, not knowing. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. The Wheel. This is like being willing to take a chance or to see how things play out. Tell me about this King of Wands with the Ace of Swords. What is this truth? What is this clarity? King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you could be stuck on choosing between two individuals, a Scorpio and a Leo, but it could be a fire versus a cup, or fire versus a cup, fire versus a water sign. Others of you, this person has not really expressed their true feelings, or that's what you need in order to have clarity and get out of your head. You would be willing to see how this plays out. if this person would just give you clarity so that you could get out of your head. With the Ace of Swords, it kind of feels like they made it clear, but maybe you didn't receive it in the way that they intended. Maybe there was a miscommunication or misunderstanding here. It got lost in translation, and because of that you see them as withholding. But from their perspective, they were clear. And you just may be overanalyzing it too much. You might be like looking for things that fog it up, that make it, you know. Okay. Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely placed a lot of burden, a lot of heaviness. Whatever, maybe they, like I said, maybe some of them did not express this clearly. They just thought they did. They thought they provided you the necessary truth or understanding that you needed, but you feel differently. And because of that, it added to the heaviness, the weight, or the workload, the burden. I almost want to keep both of these, but I'll keep the Ace of Swords. Maybe there was a truth that did complicate things for you, that did make a decision process harder for you, that was hard to stomach or to consider or take into consideration. Maybe there was a truth that they told you that caused you to pull away. Tell me about the Sun for the strengths, potential strengths between Aries and this person. What are the potential strengths here between Aries and this person with the Sun, Leo energy there? Tell me about the possible, or the strengths or the possible strengths. Where are their blessings? Where are they strong between the couple, or as a couple? What are the potential strengths here with the Sun? 1, 2, 3, the Tower. Being able to revitalize, rehabilitate, build from the ground up, being able to come back stronger, being able to go through, hardships and still have something positive, a positive impact. The worst case scenario could always turn around into a positive impact. You could have, some really crazy, chaotic, disruptive thing happen, but you would both come out of it stronger, wiser, and, even happier, possibly. Or you would always find a way to work together to get to the light at the end of the tunnel here. Finding a way through the tunnel, the dark periods, the hardships, the struggles. Tell me more. One with the Tower and the Sun. Complete revamp, revitalization. That's what I'm getting, like a resuscitation here. You could, like the Phoenix, like rebirth. Tell me about the Tower and the Sun for the strengths or the potential strengths between Aries and this person. One more with the Tower and the Sun, please. 1, 2, always finding a way forward. Always finding a way to move out of it with, more knowledge, more experience, but also more aware and spiritually evolved than than when the tower hit. Very transformative kind of energy here. Always being able to look for the positive side too, together. Not just separately, but together. Maybe they would help you do this, see the more positive side of life. Maybe you would help them do this. Or maybe you would mutually help each other see and go through the tower as a stronger unit, couple, partnership. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. We are stronger together than we are apart. Even though I feel like with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups, I feel like whatever distance there is right now is necessary, because you can see it from afar better than you can up close. It takes being separate or separated to see it, see the bigger picture. Very good strength, I feel like. Very strong. Alright, moving on. Tell me about the Four of Cups for the potential challenges or obstacles the two would face, Aries and this person. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Maybe your goals wouldn't align perfectly. Maybe one likes their independence and, well, very much so their independence, and the other one feels more tied to this emotional, I don't want to say neediness, but that could come into play, like a codependency. One is more independent and feels suffocated when they feel emotionally needed. Like they may see it as needy, but it's just the other person wanting to be valued and validated in an emotional way. Tell me one more with the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Cups as okay. Well, that one flipped, and the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Well, being that the Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles showed up on your end and the Knight of Wands showed up on theirs, I feel like it's like a conflict. What is conflict of interest? That doesn't really make sense. But then it could, I guess, because you have conflicting interests. I get this push and pull energy, like you get really close and then the other person feels suffocated and they want to pull away. They don't want to feel bound. I don't know if that's they or you, but I'm feeling like that's what it is. You both want your independence and to shine separately, but also together, but you want the freedom to explore and not be tied down, but at the same time, one of you is secretly harboring this desire to have a type of emotional closeness that you don't know how to express in terms that the other person could understand and not see as you trying to hold them down, you not trying to control them, but it feels that way to the other person. It feels like you're trying to control them or smother them or, be needy. And because of this, you feel shut down. It causes you to clam up, and it causes them to want to separate, distance, or diffuse the situation by like pulling away. You go within, they want to detach. So all of this could lead to a missed opportunity. And a lot of it, it's not just them. You do this out of, I think this is a repetitive pattern with you. because you've been hurt. You know, the Queen of Swords showing up twice. She is the widowed. She has, you know, experienced the type of loss that would, you know, she doesn't want to feel again, therefore she guards her heart. You know, she's open and willing to love, but at the same time she also fears it because she's seen the bad side of love, the opposite side of the spectrum of what love can turn into or be. So I think I'm going to keep the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, that's it. That's the energy I'm getting from that. You both want your own independence, your own freedom, your own way of expression, and what you want and value in life. You want your own independence and hobbies and interests and all of that. But at the same time, one of you feels more slighted when you feel misunderstood or devalued. When I don't think that was ever this person's intention, it's just, it's like two people that express things differently, or while they may see it as clingy, you reflect that back and you say they're dismissive or they're non-committal. It's kind of that back and forth kind of energy. Back to that, you know, what I was saying earlier about misunderstandings. So I'm going to switch these around so that we can get the future. And I don't know how much time I have left. Hopefully I don't run out of time. So let's look at the future direction of this with the Strength card. Tell me about the future direction. That Nine of Swords. Anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, worry. Tell me one more with the Nine of Swords and the Strength here. One more with the Nine of Swords and Strength. I hope this is overcoming this fear. Tell me about the Nine of Swords and the Strength for the current or the future direction of this connection. Where is it headed? With the Nine of Swords and Strength. Temperate or Devil showing up as a blockage. So this fear, it looks like it does take kind of precedence over what could be. It causes an imbalance, and you may put a brave face on, or the both of you may. You may show the world that you're strong, but internally you're freaking out, you're stressing out. It does talk about patterns being repeated with the Devil here. Maybe there's a karmic lesson here as well. Not that this is a karmic connection, but it's a karmic lesson. You're meant to heal it. And both of these cards can talk about patience. But if that's not overcome, it feels like the Devil and the Nine of Swords kind of wins out and, you know, overpowers you or this person or you as a couple. Not a good direction to go here. This talks about fears overtaking you and playing out in real world, like manifesting your own worst nightmare, like making that a reality because you feed the wrong thing. So let's look at what action you can expect this person to take towards you. What action can Aries expect this person to make towards them with the Ten of Wands? Tell me about that Ten of Wands. For what action can Aries expect this person? Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe they throw themselves into work. Maybe they take on more hours, more responsibility. I'm not sure if that's like taking on more responsibility towards you and like saying, I will make that sacrifice for you. This is worth, you know, fighting for, so I will do it despite the hardship and struggle. The Four of Swords came out. I'm going to put that back though. In case if it comes out again, then yeah, that's our card. Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, please. For what action can Aries expect this person to make towards them? What action can Aries expect this person to make towards them with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands? One more with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, please. Okay. Six of Wands. That did come out like this. I want to flip it up like that, so that Six of Wands, victory. It feels like they're overcoming something at this time, and their focus is elsewhere. Right now, it seems to be about maintaining their own balance, their own harmony. Despite their feelings for you, it does feel, honestly, that they're not taking action as of yet. These are all minor arcana, so I don't think this is long-term. But for now, I feel like this is more so, I've got to overcome this situation. I've got to, be victorious in this Ten of Wands. I have to win at whatever it is they're striving for with that Ten of Wands. It's kind of burdening them. It's causing them, you know. This talks about like a lot of self-discipline and tenacity, and yes, physical, mental, emotional strength, which is showing up right above. Some of this may be like throwing themselves into work as a distraction, you know, kind of neglecting other things, kind of like a workaholic thing, because the devil is showing up there. But I more so feel like their focus is elsewhere, and they just want to get over this hump, get over this hill, and finish this Ten of Wands. As an action towards you, I don't see that. Tell me about that Ten of Wands as an action towards Aries. With that Four of Swords coming out earlier, I kind of feel like they're not taking action towards you at this time. Yeah, Seven of Cups, yeah. They're distracted right now. They've got, you know, they've got too much on their plate, too much on their mind, too much going on. Right now they have one thing in focus, and that's getting whatever this Ten of Wands is for them completion of that. They want to win or create a win here. Tell me about the probable outcome. What is the probable outcome as what is the probable outcome here for between Aries and this person with the Ten of Cups? What's the probable outcome here with the Ten of Cups? Four of Swords. Kind of does look like there's a period of no communication, healing, before this Ten of Cups can take place. I don't know why I used that deck. Okay, I'm going to use this one again. Tell me about that Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups with a probable outcome. It's like it's being put to the side at this time, but I do feel... Oh. This could be a... Alright, I gotta make this super quick because my camera's about to die. It already did. So I pulled the Hierophant Taurus energy in reverse. This could talk about an untraditional approach to a connection. Could talk about marriage that's not traditional or goes against the grain. But it could also talk about an amicable divorce or an amicable separation. But it doesn't. It comes after a period of reflection or self-reflection, quiet, no communication. But I do see the Ten of Cups here as happiness. So happiness between the two of you. Maybe it does, it's just a friendship, or maybe you have a connection or marriage that others might see as taboo or not traditional. Maybe you just live together, or maybe, you have separate households. But regardless, I do see there's a lot going on here that could overtake the potential, and there is very strong potential here. I can't even go over the moon because my camera's like on 1% battery. But let me know in the comments. I do see happiness here with the Ten of Cups, regardless. So whether you're happy or disconnected, or you're happy in an odd, what others would perceive as odd connection. But yeah, let me know in the comments how it resonated for you. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for all your time, and yeah, you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk next time. Sorry for the short, brief ending. Yeah, it's like no battery. Bye, guys.